The Enforcement Directorate, in all likelihood, has decided to go ahead and file the charge sheet against the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal as early as tomorrow itself. Now, the date of tomorrow is very, very important, not only because of the ongoing elections across the country, but also it is very, very possible that the Supreme Court might give out a judgment on the interim bail of the Delhi Chief Minister as well. Although both these cases might not be interlinked in the same manner, but definitely the manner in which the Enforcement Directorate has done this entire investigation and has been a political talking point across the country. Enforcement Directorate deciding and going ahead to file this charge sheet definitely comes at a time when there was some relief expected for the Aam Aadmi Party and especially the Delhi Chief Minister. Now, the charge sheet that is going to be filed by the Enforcement Directorate is going to be very, very crucial because this charge sheet is going to narrate as how Arvind Kejriwal was the actual kingpin of this entire alleged scam that happened out here in the national capital. Now, remember, the Enforcement Directorate has already told the court through various affidavits and remand notes that Arvind Kejriwal is the kingpin, and he knew that how this entire policy was being framed in such a manner so that a particular group of businessmen that the Enforcement Directorate likes to call the South Lobby could be benefited, and in return they can receive kickbacks from them. Now, the Enforcement Directorate continues to maintain that Arvind Kejriwal knew about the integrities of this entire detail, and that is what we are expecting in the charge sheet tomorrow as well. One thing that is going to be very, very interesting in this entire charge sheet is to see if at all Aam Aadmi Party would be made an accused in this entire matter, because if Aam Aadmi Party is made an accused, then troubles for the party is going to increase, because remember, this is a case of PMLA, and according to the Enforcement Directorate, if the benefits of crime have gone to the Aam Aadmi Party, then stringent action could be taken against the entire party as well. Remember, there are strong charges that the Enforcement Directorate has already told the courts. Enforcement Directorate has also been able to establish a money trail of rupees 45 crores already. So definitely there is a lot that the Enforcement Directorate has to say. Over the last few days, since the time the Delhi Chief Minister has been arrested over the past month and a half, the Enforcement Directorate in several of these remand notes have clearly narrated that how Arvind Kejriwal was one of the persons who was at the helm of things when this entire policy was being ideated and then eventually implemented out here in the national capital. Now, money trail of 45 crores has already been established by the Enforcement Directorate. This money trail actually comes from the South Lobby to the Aam Aadmi Party, and that money was eventually used in Goa elections. One of the arrests that the Enforcement Directorate has made in this entire matter is of Jagpreet Singh. Jagpreet Singh is the person who had received this money through Hawala transaction, and this money was also shown by the Enforcement Directorate that there are direct links of money transfer, bank account transfers between the accused Jagpreet Singh and the Aam Aadmi Party. All this is going to be mentioned in the charge sheet that is likely to be filed tomorrow. It remains to be seen when will the court take cognizance of this entire charge sheet, and then arguments and charge could take place by the Enforcement Directorate. But definitely the manner in which there was some sort of relief that was expected for the Aam Aadmi Party, as it is being seen by the well-wishers of Aam Aadmi Party, or it is being wished by them that Arvind Kejriwal might get an interim bail to campaign in the elections out here in the national capital. But Enforcement Directorate coming out and filing that charge sheet, clearly narrating as to how Arvind Kejriwal is involved, might actually be a big cause of concern for the Aam Aadmi Party, because one thing that the Aam Aadmi Party wanted to bank on before the elections, in fact that an entire campaign that has been going on since the time the Delhi Chief Minister has been arrested, is that the BJP is scared of the Delhi Chief Minister and his popularity, and that is the reason why the entire campaign that has been designed by the Aam Aadmi Party, it says jail ka badla vote se. The campaign songs that have been launched, the posters that have been launched, all shows Arvind Kejriwal behind the bars, and that is what the Aam Aadmi Party was banking on. And this was one of the reasons that this interim bail was moved in front of the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court said that they see no harm in the Delhi Chief Minister going out for campaigning for an interim period. But this was strongly opposed by the Enforcement Directorate, as the Enforcement Directorate said that this could actually backfire and could have massive implications on the cases that are being investigated by the agencies. So yes, it remains to be seen as to what kind of direction will come in from the Supreme Court tomorrow. But the campaign that was designed by the Aam Aadmi Party, and now the Enforcement Directorate coming out and likely to file a charge sheet in this entire matter, that charge sheet will make could make Aam Aadmi Party an accused, and that charge sheet would also narrate as how the Delhi Chief Minister was involved in this entire crime. This could actually backfire on the Aam Aadmi Party and their campaign as well. So the next 24 hours are going to be very, very interesting, as all eyes are now pinned on the Supreme Court as to what will happen to the interim bail of the Delhi Chief Minister. One question that has been asked by a lot of a lot of our viewers as well, that if Arvind Kejriwal is going to get bail, when will Arvind Kejriwal going to get bail? This is one of the answers that we are also looking into. Things will be clear in the next 24 hours, but also if at all the Enforcement Directorate will go ahead and file this charge sheet, this could actually backfire on the Aam Aadmi Party and their political ambitions out here in the national capital. But yes, the next 24 hours are going to be very, very interesting. All eyes are now pinned on the Supreme Court and then on the Rouse Avenue Court, where the Enforcement Directorate is going to go ahead and file this charge sheet. With video journalist Vikas Kumar, this is Anshul Singh for CNN News 18.